Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead Cande Roth. Looking at a beautiful day, up to about 67, another great fall day. Unfortunately, and I don't say this as a joke, the drought continues. We got fires starting in different places, and yeah, it's a lot of...
Be careful, please. Don't throw out lit cigarettes just anywhere you feel like.
Yep, you got all the leaves falling, everything's dry. It's really, it's something out there.
How dry I am.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
Come on. That's how old is that song? Oh, my.
Older than me, and it's pretty old.
Oh my God! Speaking of old, we were off the air. We're talking about relationships with friends and how often we see them. And my best friend, Josh, from going back to when I was in college, right?
Right, you and Josh are best friends, and I knew you both before either one of you got married.
Yeah.
And now you're both married.
Yeah.
You both have children, and yet your kids don't know his kids, and I find that unbelievable.
Well, and I was trying to give the example. Now, I've known Josh since 1991, since Binghamton, my first year at Binghamton.
So and that's Casey's born in 1991. That's 34 years ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
34 years ago.
Yeah, long time ago. He lives, I'm going to say, now remember, I'm on the east end of Long Island. He lives probably with traffic an hour and 45 or so away from me. Hour 45 to 2 hours in Jersey. You're sitting through a lot of traffic to get there. It's a drive.
Goodness.
It's a drive.
Goodness.
Okay?
It's your best friend.
Yeah, but now this may be because of texting and FaceTime and whatever. We keep in touch. We talk every day.
I know you talk every day, but I am shocked that your children don't know his. My kids all know I have two best friends. Know the kids, grew up with the kids. Ellen moved to Binghamton at one point. I would go up there to visit her. That was about an hour and a half, maybe more. I mean, what?
Yeah, life is busy. What can I tell you?
Oh, man.
All right.
I'm glad that we have the kind of relationship we have, so I don't expect anything from you.
If I lived in the same area as him, our kids would know each other for sure.
So sad, and they're around the same age. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. Life gets in the way, but what?
You're going to regret all of that. No, you run like a bunny.
I'm not going to regret anything. I'm not regretting anything at this point.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so Josh and I, we've never, ever discussed why aren't our kids closer. Never has ever come up in conversation.
Maybe that's just a man thing, because women would be like, oh, the kids have to get together, get to know each other.
Yeah, never has come up in conversation, ever. We talk it's very rare we don't talk at least once a day, and we are texting every day. We're close, but yeah, our kids don't, I mean, we're in different states, we're hours away. What are you looking for? What are you trying to reinvent here? What are we doing?
Nothing. I made my statement, I stand by it. That's all.
All right. I'm not deliberately keeping them apart. It just, it's one of those things. That's
whatever.
All right.
Nothing more on that.
All right. We have only two national days, and they're kind of related. The first is National Bologna Day. Cande?
You're full of bologna. That's what I know.
Did you ever, make your kids bologna sandwiches
Never.
for lunch?
I told them bologna was something you got at other people's houses as a treat. I grew up on bologna, and it's no good for you.
Well, we know it's no good for you, but...
Never. I never bought it. They never ate it. No.
You never folded a piece of bologna in half, took two little bites to make eye holes, and put it over your face as an eye mask? Ever?
Ever.
Yeah, you've never done that?
I have never done that.
I will still do it to this day if I ever get bologna. Yeah.
Please send a picture.
Yeah, come on. There's got to be a ton of people out there who've done that.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
I just, food was a very big thing in my house, and I've
Mm-hmm.
always battled a weight thing, right? Whether
Mm-hmm.
we'd be eating breakfast, what do you want for lunch? Lunch, what do you want for I mean, I would tell her I'm coming up from college or whatever. We talk about food. And I didn't want to do this to my kids.
Well, so I'm not stopping this discussion because I have something to say about that as well. The other national day today, it's National Food Day.
Ah, well, we
Okay,
all love food.
so we will continue that discussion, and I will tell you, and I know we've talked about this before. Our vacations back in the day when we used to go to Florida every year from the time I was 0 years old in my mother's belly till I was about 25. And we'd go to Florida every Christmas season for 8 to 10 days. The whole discussion all day out by the pool was, where are we eating tonight? What are we
This
eating
is what
tonight?
I'm saying. We both came from that kind of family. Food was number one on their minds.
Yeah.
And I didn't want my kids to have to, I didn't want to make food where they run to for comfort or for anything except nutrition. I really tried hard because it's been very hard for me.
And you know what? You did a great job because your sons are in great shape,
They
really.
are in great shape. They're not overeaters. They love food. They eat very well, but it's not like it was when I grew up.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I still, by the way, I half joke when I say this, but I still blame our vacations that we took on my love of eating and certain foods because it was all about the meals, always. And even to this day, on the cruises and stuff that I go
Didn't
on,
even have to be on vacation. It was
Yeah.
in general.
Listen, you're talking to a guy whose mother used to make sweet and sour tongue in the
Listen,
oven.
I once saw a tongue in the pot and I had to run out of the house. I had no idea it was an actual tongue. And the whole thing was in the pot. And to this day, I won't eat that.
I think if you go to Merriam-Webster's dictionary and you look up the word unhealthy, there's a picture of
Oh,
sliced tongue going into the oven with sweet and sour sauce all over.
I don't know about the sweet and sour. I know that my mother used to cook a tongue in this huge pot. And
Yeah,
it was disgusting.
I enjoyed the tongue, honestly. It
Of
was,
course.
you know.
Once I saw it cooking, and it looked like a big fat cow's tongue.
Yeah.
No, can't eat
Oh,
that. Sorry.
weekend mornings with bagels and chicken salad. I mean, that was my youth.
Chicken salad and tongue. You
Oh
see
my
what they
God.
did to you?
Oh, the beautiful, hot, fresh bagels loaded with mayo-y chicken salad.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this was my life. Candy, some good
Yes.
news. Some good news to round out your day.
Mail you a whole tongue, I'm going to send right to your door.
Oh my God, it's be like The Godfather. Yeah, we open the. We'll roll over in my bed. There'll be a giant tongue laying there next to me. Okay. Hitting a happy hour tonight, Candy. Well,
Well,
The-
I wasn't planning to.
the BBC just did a big write-up on a group of guys in England who've met up for drinks just about every Thursday since 1968.
I love that.
Yeah, they're all in their 80s now. They say maybe they missed 25 Thursdays over 56 years.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I love that.
Speaking of England, a woman named Kathleen Hennings just turned 105. She offered some advice, lifelong advice. She said, drink Guinness and don't get married.
I have to say, there's some very good points there, although I don't like Guinness or beer, unfortunately.
All right.
I don't
And
like being married either, but that's another topic.
the Chicago Marathon was last week, and a video of a late finisher is going viral. Jeanette Young, just over 10 hours to finish, but never quit. And by the time she got to the finish line of the Chicago Marathon, everything was removed. No one was there. Her friends and family stuck around because I guess a marathon at most, even if you're finishing last, is what, 4 hours, 3 something, 4, right? She took her 10 hours. So everything was gone. Her friends and family stayed. They made their own finish line.
Lovely.
Her mother put a belt on the ground to put her belt on the ground to mark the end of the marathon. They cheered. A few race officials stuck around and were there with a medal for her.
Love it.
And she did it to raise money for the American Heart Association.
I love that.
Yeah, and by the way, she was honoring an organ donor named Stephen who gave her father a new heart in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah, beautiful story.
That is.
And we will leave it at that. Have a great day, Cande.
You're in my heart, honey.
Oh.
Despite any mean things I say.
No, we will always be together as one, even if we are apart most of the time.
I don't need to see you. Don't worry.
Have a great rest of your day. I'm here till 10. Then we got Jim, Murph Dog, Jay Letterman. As usual, a beautiful day. 67 fall-like for your October 24th. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.